Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another rigged recap. Textbook mean reversion. We go down -5. We go right back to the blue line. What does this say here in the red? Bear risk bull swing zone. Look at this. This is an absolutely perfect tag at the bottom. 45.69% win rate. Goes for 250, just buying and holding that thing until the end. And this was a crazy session because Trump was firing Jerome Powell, and then he said, oh no, I'm not firing Jerome Powell. And that's why we got this movement. But let's jump in. We open, you go down -1, okay? These edge bears are firing off. All this tells us the win rate, the last 30 days, this is not lost. It didn't lose today, right? Because it did return 212% at max gain. But the only thing you need to be thinking when you see these, right? Because, we see them coming in. We've already moved down. You're at -2. We just want to take that as close to the blue line as possible. And when we get a little further to the 1030 check, we're telling you, trade bears BL to -2. Turn everything on, turn on bears. Look at that. Everything close to the blue line. I mean, this went 500%. And then again here, 151%. 21 minutes. That's what happens when you get a mega nuke. This is exit BL. That should be a -3 to -5. What happens? You get -5, and that was the bottom. Right around here is when Trump said, hey, not going to fire Jerome. And that's why we got right back to the blue. When this up move is happening, and this was news driven, you're looking to follow it. But once again, just wait for that pullback, right? This is late, okay? You want it as close to this 621 strike as possible. And you had a few decent entries right after that. Again here, 1, 2, 3, 4. What you need to know is down move back to the blue. Sometimes it just likes to chill here. And from, 1300 until the end of the session, it basically just ping pongs, right? Because you go down -1, 624, blue line. Don't try and force it here at the end. These alerts, late, right? You just moved up from -2.3 to the blue, so 2.5 strikes essentially. Had a really nice entry right below the 623 here. But always remember, hey, this is late, just moved up. You're looking for at least a 1-strike pullback to enter. Beautiful session. Love when we get big moves either direction. Beautiful, beautiful price action. Let's check out the queue. Turn on edge only for now. A lot more erratic. This was erratic. This was crazy. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Even this, what a mega swing before a nuke. But once again, what happens? You get into this red zone, and it's once you hit that red, if you do not nuke through the red instantly, and that's -5 on Q, it is going to bounce. Even if it comes back down, it is going to bounce. But here, again, news-driven, Trump saying he's not firing Powell. Once we start coming up, you want to switch sides, okay? -5 happened. If it's going to go back down, it'll happen fast. It doesn't. Switch sides. And then here, right, same thing. Low win rate, that's already telling us, hey, if we're going to trade this, we need to find a killer entry. And there were a few. underneath -2, right? First time they test the blue line, doesn't happen. This is 100% win rate. It is going to lose today. But, you had a decent entry anywhere here at -1, but you never do get, you get a little bit more than a strike here at the end. 100% win rate here. This one did win. KTR here did win as well because you get that little baby pump, but they essentially closed this thing right at the blue. 15 cents higher. You get to the blue line after being down -5. A lot of times it's just going to chill and sit there. And that's how Wall Street wins. You see this big move, everyone gets really excited that it's either going to continue or nuke lower. It doesn't. Some bears came in at the end, if you were still around, that's decent, but they didn't even take this to 557. They got a nice move down, a big move up, and Wall Street was done for the day. IWM had insane gains. What happened? Touch the top, right? The top of this bear risk bull swing zone. Strikes are the only thing that matter. If you're going short here, just like, hey, you don't break this -3, it is going to bounce. And these are crazy. We haven't had any in the last 30 days, but you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a cluster. That's a cluster bomb. Big trades being put on. And you can use that and just think like, hey, it's still nuking. But right down here, when you get to -3 and it doesn't nuke below it, take that thing on the way up. Take any of these here under this 218 strike. And that was great because you actually do get above +1 here. Blue line, this is different than Q because what happens? We get to the blue and we mostly stay above. And then the one time that we test 220, you get a bull bomb. Awesome trade. Why? Because it goes straight up to the strike. And then once you get all the way past Robinhood close, it doesn't pump past it. Take the money and run. They close this thing right at 221 because strikes are the only things that matter. Overall, the important lesson, respect the zones, right? You get -5, doesn't break, it's probably going higher. And then once you get to the blue, don't expect much more. You get this really long period of time where nothing's happening. Don't expect it to go, especially after you already went 5 down, 5 back up. Beautiful session, epic trading. Let's keep it going.